Welcome to the Carr and Seguin Show, hosted by Devin Carr and Paul Seguin, where two Michiganders dive into real estate, outdoors, community building, and everything in between. Everything in between. Welcome to the Paul. No, wait, I mean the Carr and Seguin Show. I have an accent today. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow. It's going to be long.
Unique New York. Saddle up, partner. What up, bro?
No, enjoying the nice weather.
Yeah.
While it lasts.
What?
Yeah.
Nice weather. I'm ready for this crap to be over.
Yes, sir.
I am sick of this cold weather.
It's overrated.
I feel like we talk about the weather a lot, but it's true. When you live in Michigan,
it's a hot topic.
It's a very hot topic. It screws with a lot of. I was actually talking. I had a Zoom meeting with Wayne County real producers.
Ooh.
Yeah, soon to be in a coming issue. Got the green light. Going to be in the Wayne County Top Producer magazine.
There you go. Congratulations.
It's just a spotlight. I gotta work my way up to the top 50 to be a cover magazine post, but that's my goal. I told them
that's this year.
I said, that's my goal. By the end of this year, I'm going to be on the magazine. She said, I hope you do. We'd love to have you front cover.
So you've been practicing your headshots and everything? Make sure it's right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why I said I was joking. I'm like, well, I said, because they're like, all right, as soon as you get the questionnaire back to us, we can get going on getting you in the magazine.
Okay.
Right? She's like, but we need your questionnaires answered so we can send it to our writers to begin that process to do the rough draft. And then you guys will, go back and forth on critiquing that stuff,
right?
For the magazine right up, and then she's like, and then we'll set up a photo shoot, and I'm like, whoa, we gotta wait till I get a little more tan.
I was gonna ask about that.
I'm like, this is a little light right now. Just give me a couple days in the sun, and I'll be fine.
Right.
She's like, are you serious? I'm like, dead serious. Yeah. My skin has good perplexions, and we need to show that off.
Right.
And it's not right now. Sitting in the friggin' office in the basement too much during these winters.
That's the truth.
No, it's not sunny. That's the thing. Like, it's just cloudy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's for a ton of Midwest, but it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's nice when you get those. I mean, it can be cold.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cold. As long as it's sunny.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I'm ready to go run a marathon.
Right. Whole different game.
Energy levels just spike.
It's all that vitamin D.
I know. You can't keep taking the freaking pills.
Right.
Only could do so much. I'm sure it helps, but good Lord, I need some real. I need
sunshine.
I need some freaking, some potential skin cancer sunshine, I never put sunscreen on. It's probably a bad thing.
I didn't used to. I started to a little while ago. But
I probably should.
It is recommended.
Yeah. At least for the nose.
The face region.
I heard that's one of the most common skin cancer spots.
Mm-hmm.
Is the nose. Right on the
Believe it.
tip of it, because no one ever puts it on it.
Right.
But that sucker just sticks out all day long.
Just soaking up all the rays.
Yeah. It is.
I remember, I think it was the last, I want to say it's the last time I was in Florida visiting my parents, Becca and I, and we were out fishing. I think we were fishing, or maybe it was the day before we went out fishing, and Becca asked for some face suntan lotion.
Yeah.
And so my mom gave it to us, and we put it on, and then after a little while, everybody's eyes are burning, and then apparently it says on it, do not use for face.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Do you know what that reminds me of, though? Is I'm forgetting the lake we were on, but Swimmer's Itch. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
I think it was it Mullet Lake? Maybe it was Burt Lake, because I think Burt Lake's by Mullet Lake. I believe. We were camping with our church. I remember that. It was a big group we were with. And they had to sign up, warning, swimmer's edge. Well, we was tons. It was packed. It was a packed beach.
People said, I don't care.
Yeah. And I just remember that car ride home, man, being back to the campsite was the worst. Because we drove to it. I can't remember what the whole situation was, but I remember we drove to this beach. And, dude, it was bad. I mean, all of us just screaming because we were younger and you just can't stop freaking itching.
Right.
I don't remember it lasting long, but it was brutal.
Lasted long enough to make an imprint.
It was brutal. I think it was like just that kind of night where it was bad. Maybe we just got some stuff that helped minimize the
itch.
But dude, I remember that. It was crazy. Like, yeah. So now it was always like after that, you're like, oh, nope, there's the swimmer's itch sign.
Right,
Not swimming.
Yeah, right.
Not going through that crap again. But, yeah. Yeah, don't put the sunscreen when it says not for face.
Right. I mean.
Hey, that's a good problem to have, though.
It was the joke the rest of the vacation, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to be in that predicament again, having to put, should I put sunscreen on right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they say
soon to come.
Yeah.
I know we were supposed to have some warm weather, but I got all excited until you just debunked it.
No.
Yeah. We were supposed to have 60s on Sunday, and you're like, yeah, but it's supposed to get down to 30 by noon and super windy and rain.
So the best time to be out is between 2 a.m.
But, yeah, well, it says the morning it's going to be 62, so shoot, man. Wake up early and go have some coffee outside on the deck.
Right.
With probably still some snow on the ground, because that's how we roll in Michigan.
Probably get a little dusting, But no, and it's shed season. I haven't got out yet, but
I know.
Brother-in-law's been finding a bunch of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Now everywhere I go, you're just looking.
Yeah.
Just on the side of the road. I mean, I passed Kensington Golf Course coming here.
Now, is there any tips for shed hunting? Let's talk about that.
No.
Do you go try to find them in their bed areas or?
Yeah, bed areas, fields that they were
eating
all
going
winter.
Just following their paths.
Yep. Bringing binoculars so you can see them before your buddies.
Dude, I'm like, yeah, right. No, I need to do that. The numbers are up actually in our backyard. I'm surprised. Do you remember I told you? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there was a while there where I didn't see much of anything, but lately they're back. I mean, it's a pack of 12 does. There's so many freaking does around our place right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude.
Everywhere.
We need to freaking shoot them.
It's up to you.
I know. I'm going to go back up north with Matt, but shoot, now I'm like, I need to shoot them right here.
Right.
Dude, they're all over the place. Jess was coming home the other night, and she's like, honestly, there had to be like 30 in the field right by our house. There's a huge field. She's like, at least 30 of them. And I'm like, I guarantee they're all doe.
Right.
I don't barely ever see freaking bucks.
Well, I mean, they said on the news the other day, they did weather report, the average of the years. It's not like it was a harsh winter, so most of them shouldn't have been an issue with them making it. It's not like it was a super hard winter on everybody. So.
No, we had like a week or two there maybe where it was getting really cold at night, like single digits, maybe reaching 0, but that was it.
Right.
I mean, it hasn't been that bad. I mean, we've hung around 20s and 30s most of the whole winter.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they were saying.
Yeah.
Snowfall was just about average.
Normal, right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, as long as the summer, man, it's just less. I just don't want rain. We've had enough of it.
Yeah, last year was rainy.
It was just insane. I don't want bad for farmers or anything, but I hope it's a pretty dry summer.
Well, it can rain it doesn't have to be a soaker all the time.
Yeah, I just want it can rain every now and then, but just dry up. Right? Because the next 4 or 5 days are just sunny and freaking nice.
Right.
It's just, I don't know, I'm like over the rain, dude. I'm over it.
It's like you live in Seattle.
That's what I just said. It's like, we don't live in Seattle.
Right.
Like, why does it feel like it, though? It's we're already doomed because of the cloudy winter, and then we just get all this freaking rain.
Right. And then potholes.
Oh, dear Lord. I just saw today that Whitmer finally said that she's going to start imposing immediate repairs to the roads.
Oh.
Urging all counties to start putting more manpower on the roads to fix them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only after months we've been driving on this crap already.
They're terrible. I've never seen them like this.
It's horrible.
Never.
Horrible.
I mean, I was going to work on 96 before 275, and there was like a line of 8 or 9 cars, maybe like 20 feet apart, if that. They all had flats. And then the same thing on the way home. It was like, oh my.
People just blasting the holes up.
Oh, yeah.
I remember there was a real bad one. It was a couple years ago, right on Haggerty, just north of 5 Mile. I mean, this thing was a freaking crater. I'm not kidding. And I remember seeing a car just, I mean, like, they had a cone, but I think because people, just knocked it over and missed it, and this car just boom. I mean, dude, it was like probably a 3-foot crater pothole, and I mean, yeah, same kind of thing. Like you just see 2 cars. That one hit it, and then they hit it, and then everyone stops.
Right.
So you just 2 cars just completely destroyed. It's horrible.
Well, there was a huge pothole, almost washout right in front of my wife's grandma's house, and it was there for like 2-3 days. And my father-in-law put a cone up just so everybody knows, because you couldn't tell with the snow. Then of course the county came plowing, and they
covered it up,
the cone away, and then I'm guessing they ran into the pothole, and they called the county, and somebody came to try and fix it. And then they ran out of asphalt.
Oh, so that was that bad.
Instead of like being 3 feet deep, it was 1.5.
Oh my gosh!
And then they just stopped. They still have filled.
They haven't done it.
It was like, we ran out. We'll just call it good.
Oh my goodness! No, for those of you who don't live in Michigan, the saying is a true saying. It's not a joke. You may have seen it on Facebook. Is, in Europe, they drive on the left side. Us here in Michigan, we drive on what's left of the roads. That's it. I don't understand it why they use, I think blacktop's the worst kind of material to use here in Michigan. Because obviously we have all this heat, this freezing and heating, and then that just causes all the expanding because of how when water freezes and then unthaws, it pushes stuff apart, and then we run it over with our tires, and it breaks into pieces.
Yep.
And I think like the blacktop is the worst. Sure, it looks great.
Yeah.
I just spit at you. It looks great.
I don't.
But it's like I think it cannot handle our winters with the salt.
I think it's the cheapest.
That too. You would think by now. We would learn, like, what do we have to do that actually lasts?
Maybe it's a conspiracy theory. I overheard somebody talking not too long ago that, we're Motor City. So you keep doing it cheap, and then people wrecking their cars, and they always have to buy more cars. I don't know how true that is.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I did hear that theory being thrown around the other day. But, it's bad when they've pretty much stopped talking about COVID, and the whole news segment is about how many potholes and how bad they are. That's when you've reached the point of no return.
Yeah. It's just follow the money. It'll tell you. It's wherever the money goes is where the attention's always going to be, You ever heard it's like kind of reminds me of I wouldn't be surprised if because it's like look at anything. It's even when we're talking with Matt, like they don't build furnaces like they used to,
right?
But why would they want to? Because if they last long, that's going to hurt our numbers,
right? We
want people coming back, and unfortunately, that's just that's how it goes.
I know.
Unfortunately, in this day and world, it's all about numbers. So I wouldn't be surprised.
So on the numbers,
Huh?
What's the market doing?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
market update,
Yeah, so
start of the new
this will come out late. Whatever, who cares when it freaking comes out? But these are February. We're gonna dive into a little housing market reports. Because I love numbers. I love talking about numbers. Because the thing I love about numbers, y'all, for y'all listen, is numbers don't lie. You can't argue stats. It's the truth. And they're true stats. I didn't fabricate them.
Mm-hmm.
They're straight from the freaking market, right from the MLS. But I think they're very interesting. And we're gonna call upon Devin to put his feedback. He just gave me this look like, what?
No.
We're gonna hear from Devin's opinion on this. But we're gonna go through a couple cities real quick. We'll first start with my hometown, the beautiful, wonderful city of L-Town. Do you know what L-Town?
Livonia.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! Good old boring out Livonia. No, I'm just kidding. If you want to move to Livonia, do it. It's a great city. Wonderful city. Home of they've won the Tree City USA Award. It doesn't every city in the area. I see that.
What
Tree City USA Award.
Tree City USA.
It's funny if you ever see, I think there's a lot of cities in there that have that award. If you see they're like, welcome to Brighton or welcome to Livonia, okay. Right? Well, Livonia, all of their Livonia, welcome to Livonia, all has that little award on the bottom. It says Tree City USA Award winner.
There you go.
2022. But I think they've had it forever.
Is it for trees?
I don't know. I think it's just for like the number of trees.
Okay.
I mean, I guess
trees are good.
Yeah, trees are good. Put oxygen in the air. Right. That's how it helps us breathe, right?
It's important.
It's very important. It always reminds me of my Uncle Emmett. Love that guy. I miss him very much. Cancer sucks, and I'm going to say that. Yes, I did. Because it does. No, he planted a ton of trees. He was always big on planting trees on his property. So shout out to Uncle Emmett.
There you go.
Plant some trees. You got property? Plant some trees. Yeah. I like pine trees, by the way.
You like pine?
I freaking love pine trees.
They're good for kind of blacking stuff out.
But. Yep. That's what I want. So if anyone's got a hook up on pine trees or...
what kind of pine?
I don't know. I want the thick ones. I don't know essentially what that
like
is.
Like a big blue spruce or like a white pine?
So down the side of our house, we have fence railing.
Yep.
And I want to put up... Because the way that our house is, we're kind of close to Brookville. So you can kind of see into our backyard. I want to put a whole bunch of pine trees down our fence line up to the creek just to like put some privacy.
Okay.
Because if you're going whatever freaking direction that is on Brookville, like you can just like visually see our backyard. And I'm like, I just want some privacy a little bit. And I just love pine trees. They just are always full.
That is true.
That's what I love about them. They don't lose trees and then look bare and gloom and doom.
Yep.
And they look really nice in the winter with some snow on them.
There you go.
And they're good climbing trees.
Thinking of...
if you just climb up, just chill in the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, call me weird. It is nice, though. You know?
Wasn't that...
I used to do it all the time when I was younger, just go climbing pine trees.
The guy from Alaskan Bush People, Bear, I think that's what he did. I think he
climbed in pine trees?
Yeah, he brought like some girl on a date over to their... whatever.
And went and climbed in a pine tree.
Yeah, he just loves climbing trees. He just climbed right in a tree. And
that's right.
And there she was.
Yeah.
And there's on the ground. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
No, I used to climb a tree. I mean, just to go chill. We have one right up front. The pine trees are so easy to climb. They have so many branches.
Right.
I mean, it's like a freaking ladder. You can just climb it right up pretty easy. And then you just chill and you hear the wind blowing it's relaxing.
Yeah.
It's a freaking just, unwind moment. It's in a freaking tree. Call me weird. But hey, no. So I want to put up pine trees and just block it up. So whatever that's about. So anyone's got a hook up on pine trees, give me a call. I'm going to probably need at least 20 of them. Because I want to get them close. Well, it's...
not too close.
It's probably a solid... Well, I already stopped at someone's house.
And you measured them?
Pulled into their driveway. I did. I had a friggin'
tape measure
in my truck. I want to know how much they separated them by. Just curious, because I looked it up too. Some of the, obviously, even on the Home Depot pine trees, the sticker, it says how far to separate them.
So how far were theirs separated?
Theirs was 6 feet.
Okay.
Because they were bigger ones. They were a lot taller. But it was the perfect hedging that I'm like, that's it. That's why I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I think I made me even late for an appointment because I'm like, I got to stop for this real quick. Because this is exactly, it was a perfect hedge down their like driveway.
Okay.
So I wanted just to see how far they did. And they were like at least probably like 30, 40 feet high too. Like is exactly how I want it. So I want a bigger one. I don't want just like the smaller little hedge. Like I want these suckers to grow big. And I'm just going to let them grow in.
All right.
And
deer like to lay underneath them too in the winter.
do they?
Yeah.
Underneath the pines?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the pine
It's a
straws.
thermocline.
Is it?
Yeah. It's warmer under there.
Really?
Yeah.
I can believe that. And the pine straws just got to be a nice little bed.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
Boom.
You got all kinds of things. You got one project done onto the next.
Oh, dude, they're always stacking. It's like Jess. The topic of our house lately, between Jess and I at least, is the barn in the back. She wants to tear it down.
Right.
I agreed to it. Now I don't. We literally got in a fight. Yes,
You're changing your mind.
We are not perfect. Marriage, we do fight, and yeah, because she's not in the wrong, and neither am I.
Of course not. Of course not.
No, I don't know. Like, it's a legit. Sure, it needs some work. Okay, I admit it. It needs a new
Back
roof.
to this. Yeah.
It needs new windows. It's freaking dirt inside. Like, there's a lot of junk that needs it needs attention.
Yeah.
But she wants to then put this other. She's probably gonna hate me for even saying this on here because she listens to all the shows. Love you, babe. But she wants to put another barn up, and I'm like, well, the whole main reason, her side of the story is she wants to plow it down to gain that more space for more
right.
of the garden. Which I'm like, okay, but it's really not that much more space. And we were out there this weekend kind of roping out where we need to start, where I need to start cutting the grass because she's got to start doing it pretty soon. So I got to get the sod cutter and all that crap and get the grass out of there.
Okay.
And start working on the soil. And so I'm like, this is all you need? This is the space you need? Like, why do you need that? And she's like, well, for expanding. But I said, well, then you just told me you're not going to want to expand for maybe in a year or two. So what's the rush? And I'm like, we're going to tear this down. Yeah, so anyways.
And that went over well.
It went horrible. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. It's just my barn. Not my barn.
You were so excited about the new one last time.
But that was the whole thing. Like, we shouldn't tear this down until we have a new barn first. And she needs the space for gardening. So that's where we left it. To be continued. Yeah. I don't know how we even got into that, but so
Livonia.
Livonia, trees. Yes. The city of trees. That's how we got into that. Thank you. Keeping us level here.
You know it.
No, so the stats that Livonia has, so these are the numbers from February of 2022, and it's comparing to February of 2021.
Okay.
So year-over-year numbers. February is obviously, I kind of like to look at February as a transition month. You're still in the winter market, but even like last year, I think February is where things started to pick up. And then as we get into March, things really heat up. And then April, and then we're just right into the thick of the season by then. So it's interesting to see these stats. When I was putting them over to Amanda to create, I was like, man, this is kind of a true picture of this market's heating up already.
Right.
People are like, oh, I'm going to wait for the spring. I'm like, well, spring market's here.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily go by the true seasons. So let's just
first day of spring. All right,
the spring market's here.
Right.
Yeah, no, the spring market, which let's just call it like it is. spring market is where the real estate heats up.
Right.
But we're here, and then it's not spring. So if that's what you're thinking of waiting to the spring, well, that's already here. So in Livonia, the average sales price was $249,634, which came to an average price per square feet. So if you live in Livonia and you're thinking of selling, listen to this, of $180 per square feet. So that's just take your square footage times by 180. That could at least give you an average. It's probably not necessarily a good number to go off of, depending on multiple factors, your house, the condition of the house, and your neighborhood. What side of Livonia too? Southern Livonia is going to have less than the northern side of Livonia, especially the northwest. It's more of the higher end of Livonia, just because it borders Northville and Farmington Hills there. But so that is up 5.3% from February of 2021.
That's good.
Not bad. Not bad. So this is interesting. So up 5.3% on average sales, or average sales price. Average days on market, 17. Down 43% from February of 21. Homes are selling a lot faster in February.
17 is not very long.
No. And some people, I love it when I say that, and some people are like, really? Aren't homes just like selling in 2 to 3 days? Not every one of them.
Right.
So you do have your outlier houses that I'm sure really bring that down.
Right.
Ones that are complete junk and just sit on there for
need a little love. 6
months to a year. There are still some of those homes. Yeah. Some really big jobs. Homes sold 77 for the month of February, which is down 16.3%, which I think just goes really in retrospect to the home inventory being super low. Homes pending, 90. So 77 sold and 90 pending. So you could kind of see that March is going to have a lot more homes sold than January did, because those numbers are going to reflect the month prior. Typical home takes 30 days to close. So 77 homes, technically, it's kind of asterisk on that, just because some homes might still be pending.
Right.
From the month prior, because maybe just they went under contract towards the end of January.
Right.
So, but still, it's showing you there that there's more homes pending than January for February, which is 90 pending homes is down 2.2% from February of 2021. Here's the interesting. This is the stat that I love the most. Average showing to pending. So how many showings does it take before a home goes pending? Livonia is 37.2, up 15%. Meaning, yes, this is in comparison from last year, but I think it really just speaks to February. The market's just heated up big time. And you're going to see this stat, and every single one of these CDs are a huge plus. And we'll get to Plymouth is the largest increase. And we'll get to that one second. So overall, you're seeing, let's just call it a 6% increase. I mean, that is average from year over year of just what, again, this is just February, though. This isn't from year over year. This is just kind of showing you the differences of what February of 2021 was to February of 2022. So guys, don't get confused thinking this is a year over year averages. It's just how the numbers were ran. To kind of give you an idea of what February did, though, compared to what it is doing this year. So let's move to Canton. Canton's average sales price, $361,202. That is up 6.8%. Average price per square foot, $190, which is up 14.5%. Average days on market in Canton is 23 days. More higher-end homes do tend to last a little longer than Livonia hits really that very does speak, I mean, it has more in the past than recently to the starter home sector, which usually probably maybe 100 to 250,000 is a pretty good range for starter homes. But Livonia is really starting to price themselves out of that with the increase of home values. Westland has really kind of, in my opinion, become a very desirable starter home city.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming the new Livonia, because Livonia has won, not like an award, but has been recognized as one of like the hottest market cities in the country.
Okay.
Especially for first-time home buyers. Let me turn that off. So just a little funny stat there. Homes sold in Canton 51, which is down 32.9%, which is interesting. Homes pending 65, down 25%. And average showings to pending is 39.2, which is up 17%. Again, a common theme, there's a lot more showings happening this February.
Right.
Which is, I think, just a true sign of what this market recently has been doing. Plymouth Township, average sales price is $414,000, up 17.5%. That's a pretty huge jump.
Yeah.
Average days on market, 21 days, down 22%. Again, homes are selling faster. That's obviously the trend you're seeing here. Average price per square foot in Plymouth is $209. Homes sold 16, which is down 36%. Low inventory. Homes pending 20. Again, you're seeing it's same thing for Canton. You're 51 sold, 65 pending. 20 pending in Plymouth. That's down 33%. And then average show. This is the crazy stat for Plymouth. Average showings to pending, 42.1, up 88% from last year.
Wow.
88 freaking percent. Plymouth has always been a very desired spot, always will be. It's a super nice, cute town.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've just noticed it, a ton of people looking in Plymouth. I don't know why. I mean, not that it's bad. It's just a ton. And, dude, they're one of the most expensive cities. $209 is the average price per square foot.
Whew.
Yeah. Northville Township, average sales price $474, up 14%. 184 price per square foot, up 9%. Again, home values going up. Average days on market, only 12.
That's not very long.
And that's down 68%.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Homes sold 18, down 60%. Homes pending 23, down 40%. Average showing to pending 22 days, or 22 showings. Does not take much in Northville.
No.
And that is up 23%. Novi, last one. $423,000 average sales price. That is down 5%. That was an odd one.
Yeah.
When I saw that numbers. With a $216 average price per square foot. So coming in out of all the cities with the highest average price per square foot, Novi at $216. That's up 14%. That's odd, though. Your price per square foot's up 14, but the average is down 5%.
That is odd.
It's kind of odd, isn't it? I don't know how that worked out. Maybe I have to double check my numbers, but hey. I think I did already, so I know they're right. Average days on market, 20, down 45%. Excuse me. Homes sold 52, which is up 8%. And homes pending 53, 0% increase or decrease. Stayed the same. Right on the money. It's kind of odd.
Yeah. Average
showings to pending 28.2, down 3%. Novi's, what does that mean for Novi, though? I mean, you got an average price down. Your price per square foot went up. Your average days on market went down. Homes sold went up. But your average showings went down a little bit. I just think it's a consistent market. I think that's what kind of what means to me. I mean, Novi is it's a big city. It's an expensive city, that's for sure. They just have a lot of new development, big home developments. I mean, those communities they're building in Novi, I mean, probably minimum, 2,500 plus square feet homes.
Yeah, they're not your starter homes.
Well, that's why they come in with the highest average price too.
Right.
The only one's $500,000 is their average home sales in Novi. So I mean, those are some cool stats to see. I'm gonna be doing this monthly now, so if you want to check out these stats, go follow me on social media, Facebook.
There you go.
Gonna start doing some videos on them, touching base on them a little more depth, but we'll do it monthly to kind of follow the trends. We'll see what the stats are saying and see what the market's doing. But I don't know, man. I just saw an article today by, is it Housing Wire? I mean, they're predicting the houses to appreciate 10% again this year.
Ooh.
Another 10. I mean, that's what it's been doing the last 2 years.
Right.
You know, and you kind of thought this would be the year to see a little slowdown.
Right. Not
the
case.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't even think with the interest rates going higher, I don't think that's going to affect anything. I think that if you're listening and maybe you own a house and obviously you're probably contemplating of cashing out.
Right.
But always the biggest question that everybody that we deal with, unless, they've already, maybe they're moving somewhere or, whatever, but it's always like, where am I going to go?
Mm-hmm.
We always work that out. There's always ways to make that happen.
Right.
Nobody has gone homeless.
Yeah.
If that answers your question, nobody in the as many years I've been doing this has gone homeless. So that shows to you that it's okay to step into that.
Right.
But yeah, I just don't see.
I don't see it slowing down.
No, not with what we've already saw. I mean, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I saw somewhere that apps were up in February. Were they?
Yeah, they were down a little bit.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were down a little bit.
So maybe I heard it wrong from somebody.
But, I mean, they're still... a lot of the refinance, obviously,
that's gone.
They're down.
Yeah.
For rate and term, stuff like that. But, I mean, debt consolidation, that's still...
always going to be there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's just... honestly, I can't say that. I'm not trying to come from a, push you into sales. That's never my pitch.
Right.
But I will say this because it's just the truth, and it's the matter of the fact of what you're going to be looking at. If you're going to wait, you will pay more. You just heard it from, they're anticipating another 10% growth in housing. So that house that you wanted today will cost you, if it's a $300,000 house, $30,000 more in the next year. That same house, 1 year.
Yep.
And your interest rate is going up. We know that, guys. It's not a what-if scenario. The feds are going to raise the interest rates to battle with inflation. They have to. It's just what has gone on because of COVID, because of all the printing of the money.
Right.
That's where all this major inflation is coming from. There's no way around it. Had to do it for the pandemic, but this is the way the feds are trying to control it and slow it down, right? So, if you guys are thinking of buying, now is the time to do it. And I know it's where's the houses. They're going to come. They always do.
Right.
New homes come available all the time, every single day. I think just in the last week alone, there was 800 new homes. Yeah, that's across the board. But just wait when we start getting into it, we start seeing 3,000 more homes a week.
Kids out of school.
Yeah. So now's the time to start preparing, having the conversations. I just can't stress it enough. And it's sometimes, when you start getting the heart of it, and you're placing multiple offers. Because, guys, when there's 20 offers to one house, how many win?
Right.
One. One.
True.
Do you want to be placing offers when there's only 5 or 20?
Right.
I'm sure you want to be placing when there's only 5.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, interesting stuff. A lot of pluses when it comes to the pricing. and a lot of negative when it comes to days on market. A lot of negatives of how many homes are being sold. Low inventory market, guys. If you're thinking of selling, now's the time. Now is the time. Yeah. But it'll be good. I think it'll be a good
spring.
It'll be
Spring,
another hot
summer,
market.
right.
Yep. Ain't going to be any different than what we've been dealing with. So saddle up.
Right.
Let's go. Come talk to us, the professionals. We make it easy. We really do. We do.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Anything
All
to
right.
add?
No, guest is waiting.
Our guest is waiting.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I'm Paul Seguin with eXp Realty.
I'm Devin Carr with Gold Star Mortgage.
This is the Carr and Seguin Show.
See ya.
See ya.
The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast series do not constitute legal or professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group, NMLS 3446, Equal Housing Lender.